Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. Today we're going to start preparing my Gameweek 12 wildcard draft. I have some rough ideas how the team is going to look. I know some players that I will need for certain there. And I have some questions to answer and to see how I'm going to map the squad. Here you see my squad where I'm going to use for winning some money. For example, I'm waiting Garnacho to rise a little bit more, like 6.5 to be exact, so I can win a little bit of money. Wood probably not going to rise too much, but if I'm going to keep him, he's 6.6, so I'm not willing to lose money there. Morgan Rogers, the same thing with him, he's 5.4 for me, so one more up for him and he becomes 5.3, so it's a good thing to do. The wall is here to rise in price, Ho here probably to rise in price, Aina has risen in price, so I don't see him rising much more, and I think I'll be leaving the forest guys away because I was looking at the fixture difficulty rating and it looks hard. So today the goal is to see what rough shapes I can build, replacing some of the crucial players that might be out, such as Mbumo. He has been a staple in my side and I wasn't planning on selling him, but if he is out, yeah, he probably will leave the squad, and that would mean that I will change Wood, I will change Isaac, probably. If that's the case, you'll see in a bit. I have some ideas. But now let's start by looking at the fixture difficulty rating. Here I've prepared a transfer planner that I'm going to implement further down the road, as you're going to see how my team is lining up and how everything is shaping. So looking at the fixtures, I think I have some favorable teams to go offensive-wise and defensive-wise. So defensively, I know Arsenal haven't kept a clean sheet since game week 4, but still in that run of fixtures, I think they're going to do well. And here I'm picking an Arsenal defender for sure. There is a Liverpool defender on the horizon, apart from that City fixture, and maybe that Spurs fixture, which probably you're going to say, okay, that's hard, so what are you going to do? The plan here is to play him in every other fixture. I know most of them are away from home, but still Liverpool are top 3 defenses in the league currently, and I think I'm going to rely on them. Bournemouth have been looking okay-ish defensive-wise, so I might consider player from them. Newcastle looking okay as well defensively, and some good fixtures on the horizon, so I'm thinking about them for sure. And Wolves, with that fixture run, I know that they have not been the best team defensively, but there is a specific defender that is keeping a lot of clean sheets, and I'm going to just maybe get player from them. We'll see. Ipswich, defensively another team, so I can go for a 4.0 player. Brentford, 4.1 player on the horizon, but those fixtures I don't think they are keeping any clean sheets. Leicester on the horizon as well. West Ham, Brighton, even though they're at home, I'm not a fan of their defense. And Southampton is a hard no-go. I think that this fixture run is going to annihilate their chances. West Ham, they have a favorable fixture run from one place onwards, but for now I'm going to steer clear. So now the plan is to go and to see defensive-wise how I'm going to set up. Offensively, teams like Arsenal, teams like Villa have a good and solid fixture run offensively. Teams like Palace, Chelsea, Brentford, Southampton, City, Newcastle, they have not been... Okay, let's remove Newcastle from that equation, but most of the teams here are conceding a lot of goals, so I'm highly considering picking a player from them. Bournemouth perspective, I can pick an attacker from them. Brentford perspective, until game week 13, I think I'm going to go there. But to be fair, if it's Mbumo, he's going to stay for the longer term because this guy can score against anyone. Brighton is a good team to target for sure, especially Danny Welbeck, who I might consider adding into the frame. Chelsea have a good attacking fixture run. Liverpool, I'm not going without Mohamed Salah, let's be real. Ipswich, I'm not going for an attacker. United have been having a mixed bag of fixtures, so we need to see how it goes. Newcastle, apart from Liverpool, every one of these teams concede a lot of goals, so we're going to take a look there. Spurs are contenders, City, Fulham, Bournemouth, Chelsea, Southampton. I think those fixtures are good offensive-wise. West Ham from 1 point onward gets good, and Wolves are with an amazing fixture run, and there is no need to change anyone, and they have a designated penalty taker, so I'm going to be most probably picking from player from them. Now let's see how the team is looking currently and what we can say about the players. So I didn't mention Onana defensively because they face Arsenal, they faced Forest, they face City, but have in mind that's a wild card and I'm going to pick the goalkeeper for a very long time. So probably until my wild card around Gameweek 25. And I think he has a favorable fixture, unlike the bad fixtures. At the second run starts against Liverpool, okay, but after that is Spurs at 25, Arsenal, City, Chelsea, Aston Villa, they are all later in the season. So Ipswich, Everton, then it's 3 hard fixtures, but everyone has a bad run of fixtures, and I don't think the players and teams that I mentioned have a better fixture run. Then it's Bournemouth, then it's Wolves, okay, you're going to say, and Newcastle and Liverpool, but this period is around Christmas, you never know what's happening, and after that, Southampton, Brighton, Fulham, Palace. I think that's a good fixture run. Looking at the goalkeeper position, Fabianski can be a replacement in some of the fixtures, especially around 14, 16, probably 15 and 17 still will be a better option than Arsenal, Forest and City. So if Fabianski keeps his place, I can do a quick rotation there and can pick good players. As you can see here, I have been monitoring Gordon and you see a rotation that I planned with him and how it's going to go. But looking at the goalkeeper position, Pickford with an awful fixture on here. It's a no-go for me. Sanchez, I'm not too sure in him. Pope is an interesting player as the fixtures they have until 25 are good. They face Liverpool, but that's at home. They then face Spurs and United, and that's it until Manchester City. So that's a good fixture run. He is 5.0. He has kept 1 clean sheet against Arsenal and 1 clean sheet against Everton, but he hasn't been picking some save points, some bonus points, and I think Howe can bring more together with Onana compared to Pope, let's say, with Mazraoui. So I think I'm going to go for that combo. Raya I'm not a fan of because he's too expensive for my liking. Leno, Henderson, no way. Martinez is an interesting option, 5 million with not that bad of a fixture run, but those teams can score: Chelsea, Brentford, Forest, City, Newcastle, Arsenal. So hesitant there for sure. But after that, it's a pretty good fixture run for them as well. But they have Champions League, they have league matches, and he hasn't kept a clean sheet in a while. Like he saved a penalty against Fulham, of course. So 1 clean sheet for the whole season, that's just not enough. I think Onana, with the new manager, I think that they will get some time to get used to him. But when they click, I think he knows how to defend properly. So Onana will be the guy there. So my goalkeepers are remaining that way. Konate, a guy that I already mentioned, he's staying into the team. The Wall, only here for the money. I prefer Onana for that price. The Wall is just a no-go for me currently. Maybe it's a better option to go for a 4.5 goalkeeper and the Wall, but I don't think I can find anyone from the teams I would like. Maybe from Bournemouth if I go for Kepa, this is an option. So if we go to Arrizabalaga, I think that's an option, but he hasn't kept a clean sheet yet. So yep, every time that they've kept a clean sheet, Arsenal, and that's it. So 1 clean sheet. Yeah, not the best rotation pair, but the Wall is leaving. Lewis Hall, I think for a 4.3, I cannot do anything better. I think he has a good fixtures apart from 14 where I can deploy my other defender. It can happen, but yeah, if he is suspended, my other defender, you'll get in a minute to him. It's a bad luck, but still I'm keeping it that way. Aina will be leaving the side. He has been doing well, but all of those points have been on my bench, and I think those points as well, so yeah, Aina is just leaving. 8 Nuri is staying, 4.7 I'm paying for him. Basically, him and Ho make a 9 million combo, which is a 4.5 defenders, which is a good combo, so he is going to remain. Of course, there is always a yellow card issue that he will be suspended for. If that happens, he might get an injury because it's a little bit tricky. He might get the odd sub out whenever. But at the end of the day, I think he has been so offensive player info. He has scored 1, 2, 3 goals and made 2 assists, so 5 attacking returns. I'm there for the attacking returns, and those are 2 wing backs. So moving into midfield, from this team, Garnacho is leaving. He's always here for the money. If I am going to pick a United player, it's going to be Bruno Fernandes. Salah is staying, and Mbumo is staying for now. Semenyo sadly is leaving, and Rodgers probably is leaving as well. Up front, Kune is staying as he has the good fixtures. Wood is probably leaving because of the bad fixture run, and Isaac. So basically that's the team I want to focus around, and that's the team I want to pick. Let's finalize the defenders, because it's going to be way easier picking Gabriel. He hasn't dropped in price anymore, so I'm going to select him here. And then the last option is going to be a 4.0 player, because I cannot be bothered and I cannot be asked to pick players that are way more expensive. So Dara O'Shea is going to be, there is a way to pick Okoli, but he has been now not used. O'Shea is here. Greaves, he's 4.0, but he's injured. I don't know what's happening with him, but O'Shea is playing. It doesn't matter. I can go for Van der Beek, but he's 4.1. I think that's a waste of money for a player that's probably never seeing the light of day in my team. So here I'm picking him. I'm going with the 3-4-3 because I prefer the 3-4-3 formation, and I think it's going to look nicer into my team. So if I select here a player of the ranks of wings, who is going to be my 4.5 midfielder. He has been an ever-present player. He's the vice captain, and I think if he is required, he will get those 2 points, and that will be it. Next up, it's Palmer, of course. I'm not going to go without Palmer. Palmer fits good the bill. I think he's going to be fit. We're going to tomorrow check press conferences, check training photos, so we'll see if Palmer is going to be there. And last but not least, we're going to pick the player that I want to add, and that is Bukayo Saka. He's still with a knock. I don't know if that's true or not, but I would probably say that's not true. So he is an option, and then I have a 6.5 player to pick, and I think that player is going to be Danny Welbeck. Playing in a good team, probably having penalties, having that fixture of a run, I think that's a good thing to add. Here I see two issues with my team. First, I don't own any Bournemouth players, I don't own any Villa players. And the third, and probably not that big of an issue right now, I don't own any United players. There is a way that I can switch the team around and build without picking any, without having any of those issues, and that's how I'm going to rotate. So I'm selling Mbumo, who I need to see if he's going to be fit. I'm selling Saka, and I'm selling Isaac. Then I'm picking a player called Bruno Fernandes. Of course, Bruno Fernandes is here. Then I'm picking a player of the ranks of Gordon, who has been playing pretty well for England and for Newcastle. I know he's 7.2. The starting price was 7.5. I think with that fixture run, he can do pretty well. And then the last guy here that I'm going to select is called Ollie Watkins. And now I have a good team to consider. And next up, I can do one better. Basically, I can sell Bruno when the fixture run turn for the worse, and I can get Saka back, and I'll be in the money. That's if players don't rise in price or don't fall in price anymore. But I think I have options, so start with Bruno, because Saka, to be fair, has fixtures against Forest and United and West Ham. So against United probably will get Saka and then run with that fixture run, while Bruno has players like teams like Ipswich and Everton next to. I think he can do well. Then Arsenal, Forest, City, it's not a good run, and Liverpool is here. So, yep, I will be most probably either starting with Bruno, Watkins and Gordon. I think that's a good idea. Or I can start with Mbumo and Isaac and completely forget about Villa players. I know that Rodgers has been a good player, but I don't want to have 5 midfielders and 3 forwards to rotate, because it gets tricky. I prefer the funds to be tunneled into the starting 11 and to have one bench option from the defensive department just to cover something happening. But yeah, I think that looks good. And if we go and move the team here, let's start moving it step by step. So Aina is gone. Here we go for we have Gabriel. So here we go for Konate. Konate is the cheaper Van Dijk basically, so that's why I'm picking him. Next up here is going to be 8 Nuri, who I bought for 4.7. This guy I bought for 5.3. Gabriel is here. Okay, 8 Nuri Unana, I bought him for 5.1. Here is a good thing, you can adjust the price. Robinson I'm selling, and I'm getting Ho, who I bought, by the way, for 4.3. So I'm saving some money here, and the last guy here is going to be O'Shea. He's down, down, down. Here he is. Next up, we're selling Son for the price of Bruno Fernandes. Let's start with Palmer. Let's start adding players here. And Mbumo, let's see how the team is going to look right now. So Salah, who I bought for 12.8. And the last guy here is going to be Saka. Here Wood is sold for Cunha, who I bought for 6.7. And I saved a little bit of money there. Haaland, I'm selling him for the likes of Isaac, who I bought cheaper. So I did pretty well. So here and here, if I'm not mistaken, let's check. Let's refresh the squad and let's see. 8.4 I bought him for. So that's good. And the last guy here is going to be Danny Welbeck most probably. And the guy here is going to be Fabianski. So initially the team is going to be set up like that. Like Ho is here. My bench option, wings, then O'Shea. The captain is going to be Salah. And the team is good with 0.6 in the bank. Then moving into game week 13, the team is still good. The captain probably is going to be Salah still. I can go for Palmer, I can go for Mbumo, I can go for Isaac, I can go for Welbeck. Like, this fixture run is good, and I'm switching Konate out for Luis Ho. If Ait Nouri is suspended, I'm going to go for Konate either way, and I'm going to be good to go. Then moving here, once again a solid team. Ho is benched for, if Ait Nouri is here suspended, I'm going to go for Ho. Like, Ait Nouri being suspended leaves me open to some shenanigans, but the Bournemouth fixtures compared to anyone, it's not like they're keeping clean sheets in those three. Ipswich probably, West Ham, I don't know. So here we have an okay fixture run for players, and here I can get rid of Mbumo if I want. There is a player called Jared Bowen, who then onwards will have that fixture run, so I can pick him instead of that hard fixture run for Mbumo. The three forwards are staying. Isaac is staying in the team, regardless if they concede or not. I think Isaac will be involved in a lot of goals. Saka is staying, so it looks nice. Here in the next week, Salah again, a captaincy option. Like, I think the team is looking pretty nice. Now let's see the other option. It looks a little bit questionable now, but Bowen is as well an option here, but I will be going for Gordon. Here I will be selling Saka for Bruno, and here I will be selling Isaac for Watkins. So that fixture run is not bad either, let's be real. Here we have options. Here we have a lot of other captaincy options once again. Like, Gordon is an option, Palmer is an option, Kune is an option. Like, I know Watkins is facing Chelsea, but it's one hard fixture. It's not the end of the world. Then game week 14 we go, and here we swap Bruno, and we can swap Gordon here. We can swap whoever the hell we want, but I don't want to swap Gordon for a week. Only here we go for Saka, and we're in the money. I think I made a mistake somewhere because the money is not right currently for me, but still pretty okay. And then it's a green run of fixtures for everyone up around here, where I will be probably looking to bring in Haaland, but still pretty solid team, I would say. So most probably the team is going to be looking like that. Let's be real and let's not fool ourselves. Isaac, I know I lost some money on Welbeck. I could have been 0.1 up, but yeah, I prefer to have info and to keep Wood for now. But Wood is leaving, let's be real. It's not the best run of fixtures, and if everyone is fit, the team is going to be looking like that. And I think the team is amazing. I don't find any flaws here. If you can find them, apart from not having a Villa player, but you cannot have them all. If you don't pick this, I don't know. I think the wild card is looking pretty good. Bar some injuries, the midfield is looking a little bit shaky, but hopefully with some injury news, with some training photos, with some early leaks, because I think who plays in the early fixture? Was it Arsenal? No, it's Chelsea. So Chelsea probably some leaks. I think we can do well. So yeah, this is how the wildcard is going to look, guys. Thank you for keeping up with me. Tomorrow, some team news, some thoughts on the wildcard. If you put down comments and we see them and we talk about them, it's going to be fun. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of the community. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I will be doing one stream either on Thursday or on Friday, where we're going to have a lot of discussions. I'll be rating your wildcard drafts there. So be prepared, be active, and I'll see you soon. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.